Hello, welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another, actually I'm going to get another one here. Another Capricorn Tarot. Capricorn Love Tarot, Love Reading, Channeled Love Messages. A reading where we're going into their feelings for you. Thoughts, intentions, what you might need to know or don't see coming. Is anyone making a move? Let's take a deep dive, Cap. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what we need to see for Capricorn today. Please show us the cards. Aho. The sun is here. I'm liking that. The Eight of Swords is here. I'm not so sure about that. But what is clear is somebody's been, well, this person is in their head, and you know what they have to make is an apology. The Three of Swords is in reverse. So are you, yeah, Five of Cups in the upright, where their energy is strong. It's real clear. It's very clear that there's an apology. Somebody is sorry for how they left things. Literally, the last time you spoke, it is somebody who I feel like there's still a connection. I feel like it's someone you're not talking to. There are still feelings here. Look at the Two Cups. They still have the succulence in them. Then there are three here kind of knocked over. One of them, the third one, is over here collecting the water. It's unresolved. It's a lot of emotional energy. Look, we have a turtle here on the tree stump. Five of Cups, Scorpio energy. But somebody here is sorry. That's being revealed literally already here in the sun. Our major arcana energy, like the only one at the moment that is here, and I'm just looking here and where I'm going. Hierophant is here. The Ten of Wands in the upright. Nine of Wands in reverse. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, what is going on? I can see in the Two of Pentacles. By the way, I need to move the energy a little. No, that's yours. Okay, I hear you. Yeah, the Moon is in reverse. That's really clear. What's really being revealed here, the truth, clarity, that's being revealed literally. Moon in reverse, major arcana Pisces energy coming out in the sun, is that this is somebody who's really sorry and that they've been holding that back. Look at this. Ten of Wands, Eight of Swords. Ten of Wands, Eight of Swords, but they want to tell you this. Nine of Wands in reverse. Why are they sorry? Because they couldn't commit? They're having trouble committing? I feel like it's someone you're not talking to, really. That something is going on here in the Three of Swords. However, if you're resonating and you feel like, no, we're talking, or we're just fighting, or we're having some issues, that's also here. But there is an apology that's here. That's really clear. Knight of Wands is in reverse. So I want to validate something here. Yeah, okay, the commitment energy, the issues around it are very clear. Seven of Cups is also here. And the other thing is the healing energy in the Three of Swords of them falling out. And perhaps here, look, with the Ten of Wands, the Moon in reverse, the truth and clarity that you need if you're feeling like you don't want to wait, or you just want to detach if maybe you're trying to. If it's someone you're trying to let go, I want to validate that with the Moon in reverse, the Seven of Cups. It's like, can sometimes be like around some illusion. I want to validate that for those of you that this is around platonic and or physical, and you really were wanting more, or you wanted to know how this person feels. Whoa, want to know. As I say that, the Six of Wands comes flying out. That validation is here. Six of Wands is in reverse. It's interesting because it's here with the luminary, our sun, Leo energy. Obviously major arcana of what they have been wanting to say, but they've been struggling around saying it. It's just really clear for me. The thing that's also coming through, and it's coming, I got to bring these in, okay? It's coming through in this Nine of Pentacles, Virgo and Mercury, which it can be the case, and it is the case here today, how they see you. I feel like you are a pretty strong person, or you've had to dig into that energy. Capricorn, yeah. It is how they see you. It is how they see you. But the other thing that's here is right below the sun, and it's connected to the Hierophant. There might be a pretty long-term energy here for some of you. This is a card of commitments, the Hierophant, Major Arcana. It's slow-moving energy. It's a long-term energy. So, again, there's some issues that are going on here. So whether you're not aligning or there's cultural, religious differences, other third parties, that energy is pretty validating. And that might even be for some of you like, well, yeah, I want to detach, or I'm trying to because I don't want to wait anymore. It's very, very specific. Yeah, but it's also this feeling of they just want to tell you this. It's like I was hearing like a working it out kind of energy. Not necessarily feeling like it's around like the Moon in reverse, or excuse me, the Four of Wands in reverse. It's not necessarily around like working it out in an offer that's coming. I don't feel that. In today's reading, the Four of Wands is in reverse. Now, if this is connecting to, for some of you, around literal marriage, even other marriages, but where you were heading, where you were heading, are the possibilities. It definitely could be that somebody pulled away or walked away or something went on, you know, in this energy. It's pretty clear. Yeah, but it's also an energy around some kind of discord, so there may have been communication about that. So 8 of Swords upright, 9 of Swords in reverse. What I like about that is it is the swords coming out, and that is a healing energy. And it's a fast energy. It's like, okay. And it's here with the 7 of Cups again. So 10 of Wands. So if you're feeling like, okay, I really do want these swords to fall out. I want to heal, you know, and being honest and clear with yourself. Also that energy in the Moon, feelings, you know, connected to the tide, the emotions. But it's also connecting to this person here. Like they know they owe you an apology. That's what I wanted to say. And there's been ego and fear connected to why they haven't. And it's really validating as I say that, and the delay around it. The King of Wands is in reverse. Also, this fear is connected to the 9 of Pentacles. So things perhaps getting more serious, maybe for some of you, marriage, you know, and somebody being afraid of that. The 9 of Cups is here. The World is here. The Hangman is in reverse. The Death card is here in the upright. I have to tell you, wow, the Chariot is in the upright and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Death card, oh, I can hear my cat, one of my cats up there just meowing like crazy. Always wants to come down here, but it would just be a disaster. They would just knock everything over. Sorry, babies. So the Death card has been coming in every single reading in the last days. It's just been incredible. Sometimes it's in reverse, sometimes it's not. One of the things that is just really clear around this is that, again, if for you, if this is around moving on, it is an energy that is here, you know? And this is the thing. I'm just hearing that, like, I understand. It's something that I'm hearing from them. Like, that's you wanting to move on energy. But I also want to validate it. It is the death of the ego, and it's coming here in a really different vibration. And it's also what you want to hear, I want to say, in this 9 of Cups energy, like 7 and the 9 of Cups, around this apology. So it is an apology here that somebody needs to make. They are making it. Again, there's some kind of holding back energy. Even here, look with the Chariot, which is movement. And it's overcoming the emotional obstacles. The Cancer and Moon and Cancer energy, also a cardinal sign like you, Capricorn. And what often can be considered, you know, not always the case, but a soulmate kind of energy, aligning, you know, the opposite for you. But in any case, it's like moving past the, struggling past, getting past the emotional blocks, the ego here, to the pride, the fear, to tell you that they're sorry. It's kind of impulsive, I feel like, really how you got here. So there may have been something that went on here in that way. But it's also impulsive in the energy that's coming through around this person, because we are in the Hangman in reverse. That's really clear. And but we're also getting out of that. This is where it's been. And it's around timing for me. Major Arcana energy, Pisces. And somebody who, it can be a little bit selfish. It's like holding it back. And getting out of there, really clear for me today, into the Death card. And getting out of ego and pride to really bring this apology. And that's what's coming through here in the Chariot for me today. It's for sure this person who wants to apologize. Now, what I want to validate, if there is literal travel here, like, again, if you can see each other at that wedding, whatever, gathering, it's definitely a strong validation around that. I don't feel like everybody can. It definitely could be that there's, a lack of that. There could be a distance here is what I wanted to say in the World card. But the thing about the World card, Scorpio, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius energies, is it is the end of the cycle. And somebody getting the obstacles out of the way, which are a lot of this here is around the emotional energy and their pride and their ego, and sending this message, which I feel like you need to hear, that this is somebody who wants to apologize. It is somebody who wants to apologize, but I also want to validate something. And I want to get more clarity and insight with our oracle today. The World card definitely connects with some life-changing decisions, and it can for sure be around things like marriage or things like traveling energy. It's a life. It's the World card. It's like the life we're in, and the cycle and what's going on in there. People, jobs, distance. And again, it can be around a life-changing decision. Whoa, these three are for sure yours. They're together. And these are yours also, okay? Which does connect to the marriage energy here. So that something, obviously, that stopped or changed or didn't happen. So I feel like the clarity that's coming through here, the apology around that is really clear. But what I wanted to say, too, is for those of you that might be waiting, for this person to make life-changing decisions, the struggle around the choice here, one of these pentacles is yours. What is the other pentacle? Is it fear of marriage? Is somebody in another life? Is there a whole relocation factor going on? Perhaps a job, whatever the case may be. It is here. I want to validate that. Yeah, it's just really super specific to your energy. The Magician is here in Oracle. It's the bottom of the deck today. Gemini and Virgo energy. Of course, that energy of as above, so below. And yeah, it's like making happen, getting really focused and making it happen. It brings in this energy of potential, and it's like getting out of the Hangman. Really, it feels like a big deal, because it feels like they've been in there it feels like this has been stagnant in some way for a while. Holding up the wand in front of the sun, which we have here in the upright, and revealing the movement, the clarity, again, the communication, the apology. That's what comes through here for me today. In fact, it is connected to the throat chakra. Yeah, this is really big around that. Look, humility is here. They're coming without their ego. There's a lot of humility and sincerity. So this is a sincere apology, rising above themselves. Look, rise, ego, pride. They're on the world here. The energy has been strong around that. And the sun is coming up. We see that here. Again, what's being revealed. And look, the potential card is here. The sun, as I talk about the sun, and then the sun being here, and the Magician also with that energy. There's a seed here with something growing in front of the sun. There are roots. So obviously that could be connecting with literal roots that somebody here, I'm looking at you, the World card, has roots, like in a location or around other people, other commitments. Again, that Hierophant energy, cultural, religious differences. But it's also showing the roots of the seed and something growing here in front of the sun, and its literal potential, and it's with the Magician. So it's sort of like, what, if you can see them, or at some point having this conversation, like what's being said could lead to, things resuming or beginning again. But it's definitely around timing. Look, the divine is here. Transformation is here. This has my other half kind of energy. There's a butterfly here, and then where's the other half of the butterfly? Where's the other half? That's the death card energy also. And that's what I call a new stage energy. Butterflies, you know, it's a new stage coming from a caterpillar to a butterfly. There's the death card. That's the other thing. In this world card energy here and the death card, they're literally together. What would need to end or change here? Chariot as well. A journey. The action somebody's taking, also just thereby doing that, making a change. So that's the other thing I'm wondering. Is there something here in the death card connected to the world card that would need to change or transform or end for this to go anywhere more than an apology? Yeah, I do feel like there is, but it's going to be something really specific. They are coming in here in a really nice energy. I like the energy here of humility, goodness. It's sincere, and it's coming here with all this Gaia energy of the Empress energy, the mother. This mother bird coming here to the nest. There are eggs here. You know, you nurture them, they grow. What could happen? So it does feel like there's a timing energy here. Now, it's not for everybody. When I bring in the twin flame energy, wait, if it's not you, don't worry about it. A lot of people don't care, you know, want to know about it. It's not yours. It's fine. Take what's for you and let it go. But I want to just validate to the twin flames that are here that, yeah, there's definitely a timing energy that's here. Somebody does have a really sincere apology to make. I feel like I've been feeling it, that there's still something here, you know, between the two of you. However, there's timing, and there have been things going on, and maybe that's part of the wish fulfillment of what you want to hear. But I also feel like it's around what this person is bringing forward, again, which is this apology here, really getting out of their ego to apologize to you, like literally rising above it. And the potential here of what life-changing decisions, whether it's around relocation, marriage, other people, or what is here, but it somehow still feels dependent on other things that need to stop or end first. The Tarot Closet channeled love messages, the bottom of the deck. I just can't sleep because I keep thinking about you. Capricorn, I just want to remind you, if you hear, see, suspect my content in any way, shape, or form, you know, even other platforms, and also the ones you see here on YouTube, you know, that's like a static screen, a static video that doesn't change, voice that belongs to no one, if you know what I mean. And you hear just enough and you recognize it. That's Chris readings. That's what Chris says. Please let me know. Send me the email. It's on the About Me page. It's also in the video description. I really appreciate that. I stay awake thinking of you, so there's more energy around that. I was stupid. Yeah, it's here literally on our Nine of Swords in reverse. Again, that's a healing energy. I took you for granted, Capricorn. But I am wising up. That's getting out of the Hangman. Yeah, it's getting out of their ego. They're coming. The big thing here, too, in the death card for me today is like they're coming in a much higher vibration. There is this feeling like, fingers crossed, second chance. It just somehow feels like it's not right now. I think of you all the time, Capricorn. And I'm trying to send a message that's been really super clear. A lot of it's coming through here. Do you miss me? I've never felt like this. I feel so much guilt for what I did. I was stupid. That's where it went. I am so sorry I lied to you. What was the lie about? I talked to my friends about you. I talked to my friends about us. I made so many mistakes. I know, that's the moon in reverse, clarity. Yeah, truth. I want to tell you the truth. I'm trying to send a message. I'm sorry. This has a feeling of I haven't let you go. The last channeled love message. I want to tell the truth, and do you still love me? It's almost like you first. You know, even in the reading, I feel like they're holding that back. Beautiful Capricorn, that's your reading today. Thank you for joining me at the Tarot Closet. Until next time.